Hey guys, it's Elaine, the Ninja Life Coach, and welcome to my channel today. Today, we're going to talk about accepting yourself. So sit back, grab yourselves a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Hey ladies, I'm back. Have you ever just asked yourself, who am I and what am I doing here? Well, that's a question that I have asked myself really frequently over the last maybe 20 years of my life, and really the last 7 years since my husband passed away. Part of us being Christian women and walking with Christ is acceptance about who we are. Do we like the woman that we see in the mirror every day? Do we love her? Do we cherish her? Do we treat her right? Do we take care of her? Now, ultimately, who we are depends on, how we were created, and we were all created with certain limitations. For example, without a ton of plastic surgery and liposuction, I am never going to look like Jennifer Aniston. I've had to accept that fact a long time ago, that this is who I am and this is what I've got. And part of that acceptance comes a comfort and comes a peace of mind. Because when we are comfortable in our own skin and comfortable with who we are, there's really not a lot of things that the naysayers can do to bring us down. And folks, there's always going to be people in our lives who want to bring us down. Those naysayers are always going to come. They're always going to be there. They're always going to tell us you can't, you won't, you shouldn't. That's their modus operandi. They're always telling us things we cannot or should not do. But when we're comfortable in our own skin, and when we have that relationship with God that we have built and that we have cultivated over a period of time, we can be comfortable moving forward with our dreams, our goals, our hopes, and our visions. We can do that without any really affirmation from anybody else. Now, don't get me wrong, it's always a good thing to get wise counsel from our friends that we trust. That's always a good thing. It's never a bad thing to do that. But when we know that God has given us a vision, and when we know we are on the path that God wants us on, we really don't need to worry about what anybody else thinks. And part of walking with God as a Christian woman is acceptance of who we are, not just physically, but internally as well. There are things that I know that I will never be able to accomplish. As much as I would like to maybe be a missionary, I will never do that. That isn't my calling to do that. As noble as I think that profession is, that is not something God has called me to do. I feel like in a way that any ministry is kind of a mission, but going to a foreign country and immersing myself in the culture, that is not something that God's called me to do. But God has called me to do other things, and those are the things that Elaine can do that nobody else can do quite like I can. And you know what, ladies? You have something that God has called you to do that nobody else can do quite like you do it. So whatever it is that God has called you to do, work on knowing that the King of Glory is enthralled by you, that He loves you, that you are His precious and prized possession. And you were created just like you are at this moment in time to be right where you are, for you to move forward with God's plan for you. Listen, you guys, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I love you guys. God bless you. Maranatha, folks.